Hey, we're going to get started in just a moment. I hope you guys can hear me. Thank you so much for coming on today for the webinar, No More Blues, your worry-free toolkit, because I'm going to give you some information today that you're going to really love. I'm going to get some benefit from it. And it is, after all, it really is my true calling. Now, I love for questions, things like that. So if you guys have any questions on anything, just feel free to chime in because I love the discussion that we have, that we're gonna have. Okay, but again, I'm not trying to keep you for a long time or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get started. This is our No More Blues, your worry-free tool kit. I am Val Dantzler, and I am thrilled that you guys are here today for this webinar. Okay, you are going to learn some elite strategies today. You're going to discover 3 elite strategies to rediscover joy and fulfillment in your life. I got my friend Jerron on, who's got his camera off, but that's okay. But Jerron, you said something. We did a TikTok earlier today, and you said something that was amazing, right? As always, right? But you said people do need to smile. We need to try to make people smile, right? Because a lot of times, if you start thinking about things out here that's on the news and all kinds of things, if you think on it too long, start to get a little bit away from you. Okay. And so I'm gonna tell you that a couple years ago, my mind started to get a little bit away from me, if you will. And I was ready to say bye-bye to this world. Okay. So, but anyway, I learned, and I'll get into that a little bit, but I learned some strategies, right? Some key strategies that I'm here to give you guys today. It really changed my life. So, but before we get started, I really need for you guys to make a solemn oath with me, please, if you will. And the strategies that I'm going to teach you today that we're going to go over, they're real. They really, really do work. But I need for you to promise that you're not going to use the power that you're going to gain from these strategies, that you're not going to use those strategies for evil. Do that for me.
Yep.
Diddy on line 3.
Take a miss.
I did that, sir.
Tell him stop calling.
I tried that, but he said he can't stop, won't stop. He's calling now.
God, I need your help.
Cheryl, I'm not about to be. What?
God, I beg you, I beg you.
Look,
please.
I can't help you. Okay. Usually I can do all things, but this is impossible.
It's not impossible.
We saw the tape. Okay. We saw the tape. You gonna say that wasn't you, all bloated, running down the hall?
I ain't gonna lie.
Well, yeah, that's the first. You are ridiculous. Now, is there anything else before I block your blessings?
Everybody.
Well, that's why you're here in the first place.
Uh-huh. So you don't want the universe to block your blessings, right? So what I'm going to give you guys today is powerful, okay? And you can use it for good and you can use it for evil, but you got to promise. If I'm in the story, we're using it for good, never for evil. All right. And that's the way we're flowing. All right. So look, a little bit about me. I spent really the last 4+ years helping women, break free from depression, anxiety, men too. All right. Men are welcome too. But I feel like my special mandate is on women. Okay. But everybody is welcome. But helping you break free from depression and anxiety. And my approach, it really does combine modern psychology with the transformative power of gratitude. A little bit about my story really quickly. I'm not going to get all into it, but I alluded to it earlier. About 6 years ago, I was really ready to say bye-bye to this world, like for real. Like I had convinced myself that I did not have a reason to live. In fact, that's what happens. If we're going to look at it in a negative way, we can definitely convince ourselves that this is going on, that's going on, this is not getting better. And we can convince ourselves, and this is what usually happens. You convince yourself there's no use for you to be here. Okay. And you start tacking on all of these reasons why, and you're actually encouraging yourself to say bye-bye. And that's really what had happened to me. I had gotten to that point because it was for several years. I found myself down and out. These things weren't working according to my plan, what I wanted. People would look at me on the outside and they would think, oh, well, she's got it going on. But it doesn't never matter what you perceive a person to be. You judge in your mind, hey, this person's got this, they've got that. But that person, some of the most successful and richest people in the world, they are not happy. And you would think, oh, they would be happy, right? They're not happy. So it's not about how it looks, something looks on the outside. It's how you perceive it to be, how you are looking at it. So it was how I was looking at it. What happened for me was during that week's time, because I planned it a week out, I knew exactly what I was going to do, how I was going to do, right? And I don't care to get all into that. During that week's time, I say the universe brought something to me and think that it was this, right? And I had really gotten to the point where I stopped looking for anything to help me. But understand this, no one ever really deep down inside, no one wants to say bye-bye to this world. Nobody does. And there's something deep down inside of you, call it your creator, God, the universe, whatever. So deep down on the inside, you don't want to say bye-bye. Nobody really wants to say bye-bye. And what I had to understand was there was a force out there. I didn't know it too much at the time. I'd heard about it, been in church all about it, right? But there is a force out there that has your back. There is a force out there that wants you to win. And you just need to believe that and then tune into it. But at this particular time, I was sent gratitude. I heard a video. Someone said, start right now, they didn't say write it down. They said, just start thinking about what you're grateful for. And that was hard for me to do, right? So I didn't think that was going to work for me. However, I said, I didn't want to reach the pearly gates and I didn't want that button. I didn't want that black button, right? I didn't want that. So I didn't want Jesus, God, whatever to tell me, well, I sent you a message. I sent you help. Why didn't you take the help? See, we have to take the help. That's it, point blank, right? So I heard her talking about this gratitude, just 2 minutes, really, really brief. And I said, well, dang, if I'm going to do this thing, if I'm going to do it, this gratitude thing that she's talking about, I got to write stuff down. And I wasn't the type of person to write things down, but I said, I need to write things down. Now I know I've gone on to become a neuroencoding specialist, an elite neuroencoding specialist. All that means is I'm very qualified to deliver this information to you and to teach you how to use it, right? And now I understand why practicing that gratitude, writing it down, because now I know what you write, you invite, it goes into your subconscious mind. I was actually starting to program myself. Long story short, at the end of 5 days, the 6th day, I was going to say bye-bye. But at the end of 5 days, I felt a little bit better where I said, you know what? Let me just delay it another week. And that's what I did. I delayed it. And I said, I'm going to still keep writing down 3 to 5 things I was grateful for. I spent like 5 minutes to do it every day. And I did it for the next week, felt better. The next week felt better. By the end of the month, guys, 30 days of doing it straight, I was like a brand new woman. You couldn't tell me anything. I wanted to live, right? I wanted to live. And I've been that way ever since. And I still, yes, I have my gratitude journal. I still practice gratitude every single day, guys, right? It's that important. It is a lifeline to me, right? So I'm going to teach you some techniques today and talk about some things. And you're going to be able to understand that, hey, this works, right? So where am I going? Well, my mandate is to let the whole world know about this. Because I felt like if I'm not the only one in this world that ever has said, hey, I'm ready to go bye-bye, right? And I don't want that feeling for anybody, not even my worst enemy. Do I want that? Okay. And so if I can affect one person and then they can affect another person and it multiply like that, and we reach the world with this, then so be it. Because the mindset of this world has got to change, especially here in the United States, has got to change, right? It's too easy for people to give up, but they don't understand that they have the power within them. This is the worry-free toolkit that we're going to be going over today. And we're going to discover 3 elite secrets. First is the gratitude transformation method. Adrian is the gratitude transformation method. And that's the very method that I used 6 years ago that not only changed my life, but it saved my life. Okay. And then we have the conscious living blueprint. And we have the mindful practices for daily inner peace. All right. Now, first, let's connect. I like for you to tell me where you're coming in from. Even if I already know, tell me where you're coming in from. I want to know. You can put it in the chat or you can say it. Tell me where you're coming from.
I'm in Louisiana.
Louisiana. Well, they have that's all the good food. I don't know if it's good for you, but anyway, it's there. All right. So let's talk about the gratitude transformation method. Now, have you ever felt like something is missing, even when everything seems perfect on the outside? We talked about this a little bit today. You were just different or that just something was missing.
I said, I always felt like I never had the resources or the assistance to do stuff the way I thought it could be done to make a difference.
Yep, me too. I felt that way
I mean,
too.
I'm talking about up to the second right now. Feel like that's what I get angry about. I'm by myself and nobody want to do nothing. Everybody want to do a whole bunch of nonsense and don't want to do nothing with a purpose.
It's a real thing, it's not really a great feeling either when you feel that way, right? You just kind of feel like just different. Okay. All right. So let's see. Now let me tell you about Danielle. She's one of my clients. And Danielle went through this. She felt really empty inside. Now she was a bank attorney, or she is a bank attorney, and she made good grades in school. She went to an Ivy League university. So she got, of course, like a dream job, right? A bank attorney, 6 figures coming in the door, right? But she always felt empty despite her success. She always felt like she wasn't deserving. Okay. But I tuned her into the gratitude transformation method, and she found joy and she found commitment in what she does. She, through the gratitude transformation method, which is really harnessing what you're grateful for, she was able to reframe her thinking, because that's what it does. It reprograms you. It reframes your thinking. So like the things that you look at, you're looking at the same things, but they look different. It's almost like you're putting yourself through you're changing the lens, you're reframing it. Okay. You're looking at the same thing, but it looks different to you because it means something different to you. So with the gratitude transformation method, of course, you got a daily gratitude journal, right? I told you guys, just this one thing changed it for me. And I never would have seen it coming. I never would have thought it. I was never the type of person to write things down. I hadn't kept a journal since I was 7 years old. But just taking those 5 minutes a day in the morning or at night, writing down, just jotting down what you're grateful for. Only the positive can you write, right? In this book, right? In your journal. Just 3 to 5 things in your own handwriting, what you're grateful for. That's it. They can be bullet points. It's just for you. Nobody else can look at this, right? It's not for anyone else to view. It's for your eyes only. And I'm telling you, if you do it day by day, you write, you invite. But it's also a permanent record. You're going to start getting more confidence in yourself with this as well, okay? Because you're going to see when things start unfolding for you, when the universe, I tell you, the universe wants you to win. So when you're on this frequency of gratitude, you're going to understand that you're matching up with the frequency of the universe, and the universe is going to start providing things for you. You're not going to have to ask anyone for anything. It's just going to be provided. It's, yes, almost like it's going to drop in your lap. But I'm telling you, practice this gratitude every single day. And if you skip a day, it's okay. I've skipped, right? Things get busy. I'm like, oh my God, have I not written anything down in my gratitude journal? Just get back up on the horse and go again. Okay. Start writing. Okay. Now, with the gratitude transformation method, you're also going to have a visualization. Okay. I gave her a visualization, but you can also develop your own. Okay. Almost like a movie. Like, ask yourself, you got to get quiet with yourself. You got to ask yourself, what is the ultimate? What do I want? What does it look like? Okay. And now play this movie. I have a movie in my head that I play when I visualize. It's almost like a meditation. It really is. I'm sitting quietly. I got my legs, folded. I'm sitting there. The lights may be off or it may be really dim. I may have some transformational music playing, and I am playing this movie and experiencing this movie. I'm visualizing, I'm seeing it, I'm feeling it. I can smell everything. It becomes real. But guess what? It really is real. You got to believe that it's real. Okay. That's quantum physics. I'm not going to get all into it, but it is real, right? You're drawing it to you, right? And I can tell you that every day I can see things happening for me that's drawing me closer to this vision, this ultimate vision that I have of myself, right? Now, I've got my biggest thing is making it so that I can go beyond this vision, because I know I can see this vision, whereas before I could never see it coming, but I just put it in my head. This is the ultimate for me, but now I got to go beyond that. Okay. So this is your gratitude visualization. And then the third part of this formula is expressing gratitude. You must express gratitude. That means, Jerron, I'm so happy and grateful that you're on here today. Man, I'm so grateful for the TikTok that we just did. I'm grateful for it. Why? Because it was fun. That was like the best TikTok. As long as I've been on TikTok, that was the best TikTok I've been on, with all the interaction and everything. And he gonna start it. He gonna make stuff jump off. Okay. And I appreciate that, right? I really do appreciate that. So, Jerron, I'm grateful for you. And I'm not just saying it, but you got to express gratitude. Even in the smallest things, you got to voice it. You can't just think it, you got to say it. It might be sending somebody a note, not trying to get nothing from it or anything, but you must express gratitude. This is the gratitude transformation formula, and it works. Okay. Now, Danielle, she's, like I said, she started with a few minutes of gratitude journal and her visualization exercise each morning, along with purposefully expressing gratitude to others. And within weeks, she felt more positive and confident and connected, right? So no longer was it, oh, something's missing. It became more of, I know what my purpose is. Yeah, I'm still doing the same thing. I'm dealing with the same people at work, but I feel a connection. I feel a love, right? Even when you see it may be a person on the street, they're human. God, the same God that's in them is in you. There is a connection. So it's love. It transforms you and it transforms everyone around you as well because you end up manifesting yourself. Okay. So, secret number 2 is the conscious living blueprint. And I hope you guys are taking notes. I really do hope and pray that you're taking notes. Stuff to go into your journal. All right. Do you often feel like life is happening to you rather than you living it? Okay. Is it just that was me years? This is why, one of the reasons why I wanted to say bye-bye. Because I was just letting life, and I didn't know any better. If you've never been taught this, you don't know. I was letting life just happen to me because I thought that's what it was. Life was all about. You just let life happen to you and you just roll with the punches, right? And I was letting life happen to me, but I wasn't living it. I wasn't living my life. I thought I was living life. I thought that's how you live life. But no, you live your life. You live your life. Okay. Let's talk about Sarah. Sarah, she's an accountant and she transformed her life by adopting the conscious living blueprint. She went from feeling overwhelmed to living with intention and joy. That's how you live. You live with intention. And when you're living in intention and you're living purposefully, that brings you joy, right? But before she had overwhelmed, before she knew any of these techniques, it was overwhelmed. Okay. So, what is conscious living blueprint? It's mindful awareness, it's intentional choices. And of course, it is a gratitude practice. Okay. It's a mindful awareness, intentional choices, and gratitude practices. Now, Sarah, she practiced mindfulness during her morning routine. Morning routines, okay, are a big deal, right? Because how you start your morning can really affect your whole day. It really does affect your whole day if you do it the right way, okay? And a lot of successful people, they have morning routines, okay? But during her morning routine, she did her mindfulness exercises and she noticed a profound change in her overall happiness, okay? So frustration kind of and overwhelm went out the window. She just was able to put things in its rightful place because her mind was not all over the daggone place. It wasn't all over the daggone place. Okay. Now, secret number 3, mindful practices for everyday peace. You gotta have peace, right? I forgot what the Bible says about peace. Oh, it surpasses all understanding, right? So imagine waking up each day feeling peaceful and content no matter what challenges come your way, no matter what. So let's look at Emily. Emily, she works in a restaurant. She's a manager of a restaurant, very hectic. There's always stuff going on at the restaurant. I don't know if anybody's ever worked at a restaurant, but it is a lot. Now, she deals with customers all day long, which that can be very demanding and frustrating because she's dealing with people and their food. Everybody wants their food a certain way. If it doesn't have it, that's not good. If they're not preparing it the right way, people in the back are working like, all kinds of things are going on, right? So they may not be the happiest. And, it's just a hot mess. Okay. So she found peace through integrating mindful practices into her everyday life. She went from, really, guys, she was on the verge of being fired because she had her customer service was terrible. How you just do something over and over and over again, and you just, a little thing may tick you off, and then another thing ticks you off, and then, you know, the whole thing, you don't even want to be there. You're not giving anybody great customer service. You're not smiling. You don't want to be there. So you have very low morale, and then the people around you have low morale, right? And it's just a big mess. So she was on the verge of being fired for this. But doing her mindfulness practices, right? She actually turned it around. And she turned it around quickly. I'm talking like within 6 weeks, she was able to turn it around, right? She had I always say, it's like a come to Jesus meeting with yourself, right? We counseled, you know, and I asked questions, and she was able to get a come to Jesus meeting with herself. And she said, you know what? When I got the job, I was so happy and grateful to get the job, right? So mindfully, she had to go back there to where she was, how she felt when she got the job, right? And in that, she was able to look at it a little bit differently. What changed here? All right. Well, the hustle and bustle of the job, maybe I let that get to me. Maybe I let that get what people were saying to me. The customers were being rude to me too, right? I'm working all hard and I'm not getting anything for it, all these long hours, and the employees and all of that stuff. She found herself thinking about all the negative that was going, right? But she was not thinking about the positive she felt when she got the job. So how can you let something outside of you predicate how you're going to feel on the inside is the real thing, okay? That's not the way it's supposed to be. So from ourselves, from within, we got to be mindful and find that spark that's within us. Find that reason that is within us to say, and that's what she found. Hey, I want to keep my job. There are aspects about the job that she really does like. So we started working on her thinking about those things and writing those things down and practicing those things, being mindful of those things. And she got the Manager of the Year award, Emily. Okay. So her transformation is really incredible, right? How she was able to turn that thing around. And I say she was able to turn it around, right? So that's amazing. So mindfulness practices for everyday peace, breath work, breathing, like breath. Let's just take a moment to breathe. And I want you to pay attention to how you feel when you do it. Okay, let's be intentional about this. We're going to do 3 seconds in, hold it for 3 seconds, and out for 3 seconds. Okay, let's go. How did that feel? I bet you got a smile on your face like I got a smile on my face, because that thing felt good. Breath work. That's just one breath. What if you took 5 minutes just to do a nice breath work like what I just did, what I just taught you? 3 seconds breathing in, hold it at the top for 3 seconds, let it out for 3 seconds. Breath work. Set an alarm on your clock for 5 minutes and do it in the morning and see what happens. See how you feel. See if you have a smile on your face, even after the first daggone breath. Okay? You're doing something great for your body and also for your mind. Okay? Now, also mindful movement. That could be stretching. Okay? Really nice stretch. Go for a walk. Yoga, mindful movement. It's not necessarily fast. It's taking time with yourself. I love to stretch, right? I love to stretch and feel that little bit of a tension that I may feel, but oh, it feels so good. And I'm taking care of myself, right? I'm loving on myself, if you will. Stretch, walk, do yoga, something that is enjoyable. This is mindful movement. Practice it, okay? And then there's even mindful eating. Don't just eat and gobble the food down, but just take, and I know I do. I love food. I'll do it. I'll gobble. Oh my God, but wait, I got to stop myself. How does the food really taste? Oh, yes. Was one bite different from another? You understand what I'm saying? Like, really be mindful of your eating, what you're tasting. Okay. How does it feel? Slow it down just a little bit and savor it. That's what I'm trying to say. These are mindful practices, slowing down so that you can speed up and you can look at things a lot differently. This is what Emily did. Okay. Emily started with 5 minutes of breath work in the morning and noticed a significant reduction in her anxiety. She slowed down. She was able to slow down her brain. Remember, I tell you, anxiety is either you looking at the future and you're anxious about what could happen, or you're looking back at the past and you're mad about something that happened. It's just not setting right with you, right? And you keep mulling it over in your head. That brings anxiety, right? Slow down, do that breath work. Slow down, take 5 minutes. All right, taking care of you. So with this, she felt calm and offered a much better experience for those around her. So at the job, she's coming in calm. At the job, customers may be getting mad. Employees may be having an attitude. This could be job. This could be your family life at home. But again, after you're taking care of yourself and you're doing all this for yourself, the principle still remains. How can we let something outside of us affect us on the inside? There's something wrong with that. That's not right. Slow down, take care of you, love on yourself, and be calm. So people griping at her, not happy, you're still smiling, and it's not fake because you found this inner strength in you. Okay. If you know you have power with this breath work to actually slow your heart rate down, to actually calm yourself down, that means you got power for a whole lot more. So you start walking in this power and knowing that you have this power within yourself so that something outside of you, and there's levels to it, right? But the same things just don't upset you as much anymore. And then you get better at it. Some things may tick you off, but you become aware, right? And you say, oh, that's something I got to work on. Let me take a deep breath. Let me step back. At least I'm aware, right? But you get stronger and stronger in these as you go. Okay. Now, recap what we covered. I gave you the 3 strategies, right? 3 elite strategies. The gratitude transformation method, the conscious living blueprint, and the mindful practices for everyday peace. And if you practice these things, you're going to have a strength inside of you. You're going to develop a strength. And this is not like just a one-time deal. This is a way of life, right? Should you adopt it? It's a way of life, and your life just gets better and better and better. Your experience in life becomes better, right? So imagine the possibilities of applying these strategies. They're going to bring a positive shift in your life, period, point blank. Okay. But what if you had ongoing support and deeper guidance in this? Okay. Even coaches need coaches. All right. I want to present to you limitless living. Limitless living, guys. It's wonderful. And I have a lot of resources for that. I'm going to go over what some of these resources are that I have for you. But there are the things that I use myself on a regular basis. Okay. Limitless living, it's not just a thing it's really a way of life for me, right? It's a philosophy, it has principles, and it's a way of life for me. You're going to get some special bonuses. Okay. Now, when you sign up today, right? Sign up today, you're going to receive some bonuses, some freebies. Okay. Which I really love. Now, affirmations, okay, for executive women is involved with this. Now, the affirmations, it's not just, oh, affirmations. It's beautiful. Okay. These are affirmations. Each page has an affirmation. You could print these out. You could put these up as posters because they're nice. You can keep them in a journal. But as you do these affirmations, you're going to want to do it because the experience of doing it is really nice. Okay. You're going to also I'm giving you a Limitless Living 30-day gratitude journal, guys. We have our own gratitude journal now. It is amazing. Each day is different. There are prompts in there for you to reflect on every day, and each one is different. And then there's a reflection at night, which is amazing. Okay. And you need the gratitude journal because you need to practice gratitude. I told you that was the one thing that I had that really changed it for me. Okay. And not only in this gratitude journal is it just a gratitude journal where you can write things down, but you also have audio tips that come with it. So each page has an audio tip and has a little QR code, and you can scan it on your phone and you can listen to a tip for the day. Okay. So imagine you doing this in the morning time, right? Writing down, or it could be at night too. But if you do it in the morning, it's just wonderful. It magnetizes your day, and then play that little audio tip. You're going to be raring to go. Okay. You're going to be raring to go. Your life, if your life was like a prison, like mine was like a prison 6 years ago, right? Now it's a playground, and you get to decide what you want it to be. Okay. Now, bonus number 3, we have your hidden blocks barrier test. With this test, it's a self-evaluation test, and it's going to reveal to you what your hidden unseen blocks are. Well, Val, what do you mean hidden unseen blocks? What are you talking about, right? Well, there are things in our subconscious. There are things that our granddaddy did, our great-great-grandma did, stuff that they didn't like. It's something called epigenetics that's in us, okay? And we react to certain things and we don't know why. It has to do with epigenetics. It has to do with hidden blocks that is in us, right? And it may be like I used to think I didn't like bananas. I'm like, I know I don't like bananas. Until one day, I was in my 40s. One day I decided to try a banana, and I loved it. Wait a minute, all these years, and I knew I didn't like bananas. It came from epigenetic, but I actually tasted it and I said, well, daggone it. I love me some bananas. Now I can put bananas in my shakes and all kinds of things, right? That's just a little thing, but it's other things: drinking, cussing, partying, always getting into trouble. These are unseen and hidden blocks. So the test is going to help you identify what your hidden blocks are first, okay? And what you should do about it to get rid of it, because you can reprogram yourself. I love that test, okay? And then, of course, bonus number 4, you're going to get private one-on-one with me, okay? One-on-one coaching. It's a 60-minute one-on-one coaching, right? And I really would like for you to have filled out your hidden barriers test before the coaching, all right? Because we're going to help, it's going to make your coaching session go a whole lot better, okay? You're going to come with that coaching session with some ammunition, okay? And that's really good. Some things for us to really work on. That's a $300 value right there, okay? Now, the last thing is a 4-part video series that you're going to get. So every week we've done something different on these webinars, right? We've taught some different things. We've taught some different techniques. So you're going to get the whole 4-part video series, right? With techniques in each one. Really, we go through how to do this, how to do that, what the technique is, right? And for you to practice those techniques, right? And you get a worry to action workbook, right? So that's 4 hours of content right there, plus your workbook, which is really going to help you set up a blueprint for some of the things that you need to work on. In this workbook, you're going to figure out, oh, I need to work on this, or I need to work on this, or I want to do this, or I want to do that, right? And you'll be able to work it all out in this workbook and come up at the end, you're going to have a blueprint specially designed for yourself. It's amazing, right? So all of these things together is a $997 value, and you're only going to get it for $147, which is amazing, right? And of course, all the bonuses are there for you to keep yourself, okay? So that is the No More Blues bundle. You're getting a 60-minute private session. You get your affirmations, your gratitude journal, which is so beautiful, 4 hours of video, right? Plus the workbook, and then the hidden blocks test that you're going to get. So if you want to act on this, again, it's a we were doing this for $297. But because you're on here today, when you scan that code, right, you can just take your cameras out and you can scan that QR code, or just go to the website that you see, bit.ly/Coach Valencia. Then you'll be able to get the deal for $147, okay? Which is great. This is a limited time offer. This offer is only, guys, I'm telling you, I've had people that have missed the offer, okay? This offer is only going to be available for the next 48 hours. That's it. So Sunday, right? Monday, Tuesday, well, you'll be too late, okay? So click the link below, right? Or scan it right now. You can scan it right now. Just get your phones out and just scan it. And you can get that No More Blues Masterclass bundle, right? And you can use that code GRATEFUL too. But it's only good for the next 48 hours. Listen, you know that, there's a crisis going on here in this world, because people don't, and I see evidence every day. Every day I walk outside, I see it. People don't know what to do. Everybody's thinking, okay, no, I got this. And they're learning what to do from TV, from news, from music, right? But you've never been taught, just like me. I had never been taught how to think, how to practice these things, right? And, as far as a coach, I love being a coach, right? Because I have coaches now. They help me see what I could not see before, right? And so coaches help you cut the curve, right? They help you cut the time, right? And you can get to where you want to be faster. And that's the power of having a coach. Even listen, when Michael Jordan was playing ball, even though he was the best, he's still the best, right? There's still, I think LeBron just maybe did one of his records that he just had. But even LeBron had as a coach now. Even Michael Jordan had a coach. Why is it okay for the elite, if you will, to have coaches, but not the ordinary person? Because your life matters too. And it's okay. It's okay if you haven't figured it out yet. Listen, it's not designed for you to figure it out. You're going to need help with it. And I want to help you, right? So with these bonuses that you have, and with that 1 hour of coaching that I'm going to give you, oh yeah, you're going to be able to see a difference in your life. For real, okay? So get that offer, and I will meet you guys, on the other side. Let me tell you this, you do have a 30-day money back guarantee. So that means if you've done the coaching, you've gone through the bonuses that I have for you, and you don't see any difference whatsoever, guess what? Within 30 days, you can get your money back. You can certainly get your money back. But I'm confident that in this program, right? Because it's worked for me, it's worked for Danielle, it's worked for Emily, it's worked for Sarah, okay, and so many others, right? And I'm just satisfied in it. And I know that it's something that's going to work for you, right? But now you don't have anything to lose, but you have every single thing to gain. That 147, you're going to spend it on something. You might as well spend it on something that'll help you get to where it is you want to get to. If you feel like you stuck like Chuck, and you done tried everything to get around it, up it, everything, you just need a helping hand. That's it. And I'm here to take your hand and to help you because I want you to succeed. Okay. Do we have any questions? If you guys have any questions, you can turn on your mics and you can ask me your questions now. Any questions that you have, just take some time. I'll answer your questions. You can type them in the chat if you want to. If you have a question and you don't feel like voicing it, or you can just turn on your mics and let me know.
I'm still here.
You still there? Okay. You have a question for me?
When we going on tour?
Let's go. We just have to hash it out and see what it's going to be like. That's it. Hash it out and see what it's going to be like. That's it.
You already know I got too much going on.
Well, hey, I'm trying to make it so that you can, whatever it is that may or may not be holding you back, I'm sure I can help you with it. Okay. So the thing that I had to learn in life, and I wish I had learned it quicker in life, like for real, like this is just one of those things you got to do. It's like people can tell you till you blue in the face, but until you do it, that's when you know, okay, I did the right thing, right? Or I did the wrong thing. Okay. It's happened for me really both ways. But coaches really do cut learning curve for you. Like really good coaches. People who are in life or have gone through some things that maybe you've gone through, that you may be going through now, and they made it to the other side, whatever it is. Those are the coaches, and the ones that really, those are the ones you have to listen to. Okay. Even if you just take the information that I gave you today and you apply it, you should see some difference. Okay. If you feel like you need someone to hold your hand through it and you need to talk about some things, right? Hash some things out, then you want to sign up. But if not, you can actually take the information that I gave you today and you can prosper from it for real, because it's all in your thinking. Resources are out there, right? And so when I started investing in coaches, that's when everything started going up for me. My mindset started going up. Things that I wanted to do that I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do these things. With the coaching and with everything just started to go up. Now, is it perfect? No, nothing's perfect. But man, I ain't where I used to be. And I'm really happy about that. Okay. I'm going to end it now. I thank you so much for joining the No More Blues webinar. Okay. Joy and fulfillment are within your reach, whatever that looks like for you. Like write down what it is you want. If it's the amount of money that you want, man, write it down. Visualize that thing, right? And just keep visualizing it, right? And it's going to come. Okay. Take the first step. Okay. I want you to get started today. And honestly, I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Make sure you guys are following me on my social media, especially my YouTube, guys. Please follow me on YouTube. All right. Please. Yeah, because I'm trying to make that really go up. All right. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. And again, we will be back again next week. And like I said, it was great seeing you guys. Okay. Thank you so much for getting on today. All right. Bye-bye.